Hey there, eighth grade. Pretty, pretty simple assignment today. We're going to do more than we've done the last two times, so don't get too caught up in the wildness. You'll see it's not really much more than anything that we've already done because we've got some advantage. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do conditional formatting for the height cell. So that's going to be cell E2 and the radius cell, which is cell F2. So again, conditional formatting you've done already for cell C2 and D2. So it's something you're at least a little bit familiar with. Our formulas you're going to see aren't going to be too dissimilar either. So we should be able to make this happen pretty quickly without too much difficulty. So again, what we're going to do is we'll start with this height one, so we're going to go to Format and Conditional Formatting, right? So when we pull that open, you can see right there that it's saying, okay, so we're referencing cell E2, and this is what it's trying to apply. We know that we're not going to leave it like this, but the first thing I want to do actually is go back to base 1 and take a look at the conditional formatting on base 1. So I'm going to hit cancel there and then click on that C2 cell. And I'm going to open up this formula. I'm going to do something that's a little crafty here. And it's like a real wily veteran kind of move here. What I'm going to do is highlight all of this code right here. And then I'm going to Control C, or I could right click and copy. Either of those is fine. I prefer Control C because it's pretty simple. Once I've done that, I'm going to go back to that E2 cell and yeah, let me click done on that. Yeah. And now I'm going to E2 and I'll just click add another rule. And this is the E2 rule. And again, we're going to format cell and we'll scroll all the way to the bottom. It's still, my picture's still not low enough. Scroll all the way to the bottom of that list and we're going custom formula is, and the formula value. Now I'm going to right click and paste or Control V because the formula for height turns out to be exactly the same as the formula for base. We need height in every case that we also need base 1. So the same formula applies. It's perfect. All we have to do is copy and paste, click done, and now we are done with the rule for height. Not too bad. Now, we do also need to add a rule for radius, which again won't be too terrible, but is something that's pretty important. So we're going to click add another rule for radius with the F2 cells selected, or we could change this to F2 if it was something else. And again, we're going to scroll here down to the bottom to a custom formula. And if you're thinking a little bit, you probably figured out already what this formula is going to say. And it's going to say if A2 is equal to circle, that's when we're going to make this true, right? So how do we write that? Again, equals if open parenthesis, and then the thing we're looking at is cell A2. If A2 is equal to circle, right? And circle has to be in quotation marks because it is text. If A2 is equal to circle, then we want this statement to return true. If it's not equal to circle, then we're going to return false. All right, and that's the entirety of the formula. Not too bad. If A2 equals circle, if A2 equals open quotation mark circle, close quotation mark, comma, true, comma, false, close parenthesis. There's our formula. We can click done. And now we've set the first 4 cells of conditional formatting, and they all should be good. So let's double check them. Let's see if we go triangle here. We're seeing base 1 and height. Those are 2 things we need for triangle, right? What about if we go circle? We see radius only. That's a good sign. If we go regular pentagon, we see nothing. If we go rectangle, base and height. If we go trapezoid, base 2 and height. If we go parallelogram, base and height. So this is looking really sharp. We've got all the conditional formatting working the way we want it to. First 4 cells of conditional formatting. There's only 3 cells left for us to do conditional formatting wise, and we should be able to wrap those up in the next couple classes. So this is it for today. Again, you should screenshot when you've got either circle or one of those first 4. It doesn't matter to me. I want to see either the height or the radius enlightened by the term in cell A2 When you've done that, screenshot that, put that in your exit ticket. That's what we're looking for. Way to go. One step closer to our powerful calculator of area. Good job. We'll see you soon.